I decided to participate in SMPSU because I had gone to see the SMPS think tank, foundation think tank in New York, bridging the gap between management and marketing, and I went with my CEO. And when we left that event, Melissa Rysek was one of the speakers at that event, and she spoke so highly of her plans to attend SMPSU, she was in the first class, that my CEO said, "You're going to go as well."
I decided to go to SMPS University for two reasons. One, I had been spending some time looking into leadership programs because I wanted to advance in my firm, and I just couldn't find one that was the right fit. So when SMPS University came through, I spoke to our CEO, who's always been very into professional development, and it just seemed like the perfect fit. It was specific to our industry, it was focused on professional services marketing, and it had the backing of SMPS, which I've been a part of for 8 years, and my firm is very much involved in.
I decided to participate in SMPSU because I was spending a lot of time working with the CFO of our firm and our top executives, and a lot of the language that they were speaking was things that I really wanted to understand. I understood it on the surface, but I really wanted to understand what was behind it and how they were coming up with these figures and doing analysis of the things that they were tracking within the firm. So I knew if we could find a program that would fit that and help me to do that, it would open the door for me to kind of speak the language of the executives that I was working with and show them that I could track these things that we were doing on a daily basis and show why they provided so much value to our firm and why we should continue to do them and continue to grow the things that we were doing.
As the industry is changing, we're finding that marketing really allows us to have more of a business role. We're not really just a support role anymore. So I think that with the way that the industry is changing and that engineers and architects can become owners in firms, the value that I gained from it was being able to have the business conversation rather than just the marketing conversation.
Another advantage I think for me was that I found of real value was more the math part of the program. It was something that I'm absolutely terrified of and have not been good at math from the time I started school. So being able to look at that in a perspective of kind of simplifying it a little bit into the terms that I could understand, but still being able to speak it coming out of the program to the CFOs, the CEOs of the firms that I've been working with and been a part of, it was just something that I was really, really happy to gain from it.
One of the things I brought back was the last piece of the SMPS University, which really focused on leadership styles. Our company was on the cusp of undergoing not only a culture change with a new CEO, but an entire reorganization. So the timing was really good. I took the information from the SMPS University personality types, and we sat down and talked about who should be in the leadership roles. And I was part of those conversations, which was very interesting, and I was able to bring a lot of what I had learned at SMPSU to the table for that.
I've definitely recommended SMPS University to people. And mostly people who I know were in similar situations that I was in prior to attending. They had kind of felt like they'd reached the highest level that they could in their career as a marketer. And I think that having attended SMPS University really gives you the tools and the language and the business skills to be a leader in your firm. And I think that the same benefit that I got out of it applies to anybody else in the same situation. I think there's a lot of professional development available through SMPS, and I think that SMPS University really took the senior level professional development and the mentorship that you get through SMPS to a new level.